If the human body is this incredibly complex high-tech machine, well, where's the manual?
It's pretty amazing to think about how the profound philosophy of a truly ancient text can actually fuel one of the largest real-world humanitarian efforts on the planet today. We're diving straight into the Srimad Bhagavatam, an incredibly revered spiritual text, and we'll see how its core teachings literally act as the blueprint for a massive food relief program run by ISKCON Punjabi Bagh. It's this wild journey from deep, ancient spiritual theory right into modern life-saving practice. We're talking about words written millennia ago that are literally feeding millions today. Let's get into it.
Think about this modern metaphor for a second. If the human body is this incredibly complex high-tech machine, well, where's the manual? According to this tradition, the Vedas are that operating manual, provided to us to achieve ultimate bliss. I mean, think about it. You definitely wouldn't try to operate a wildly sophisticated piece of machinery without reading the instructions first, right? If you just start pushing random buttons, things are going to break down. And according to the text, human life works the exact same way. When we're guided by this ancient manual, it leads to the optimal functioning of both our physical bodies and our spirits.
Now, if you picture that massive, sprawling manual of Vedic literature as a giant ancient tree, the source material describes the Srimad Bhagavatam as its sweet, matured fruit. Basically, it's the absolute pinnacle of all that knowledge. Also known as the Bhagavata Purana, this text takes the most sophisticated, deeply guarded secrets of spiritual science and actually presents them in a way that's incredibly accessible. It's sweet, it's easy to digest for anyone genuinely seeking profound truth.
But what does that title actually mean? Well, when we break down the ancient Sanskrit etymology, a really fascinating picture emerges. The word Shri translates to the goddess of fortune, wealth, or opulence, and Mad translates to belief or faith. Right off the bat, the title itself is painting this picture of immense spiritual richness. It suggests a type of wealth and abundance that goes way, way beyond anything you could ever put in a bank account. It really sets the stage for a completely different kind of prosperity.
To round out the rest of the title, we have Bhagavata or Bhagavatam, which signifies a faithful devotee of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And finally, Purana simply means ancient history. It's like a giant puzzle, really. When you lay all these conceptual pieces side by side, the true intention and the comprehensive meaning of the text just begins to reveal itself.
So when you put the whole shebang together, the Srimad Bhagavatam Purana translates perfectly to the history of those who possess the wealth of faith in the Supreme Personality of God. And that translation completely shifts our perspective. This isn't just some rigid list of ancient rules or dry academic philosophy. No, it's a rich historical account showing that true opulence and meaning actually stem from devotion. It focuses entirely on the lives of past devotees and the incredible spiritual wealth they managed to achieve.
Now, despite its immense depth, the vast contents of this text are designed to drive one single, powerful idea right into your subconscious. Always remember Lord Sri Krishna and never forget him. Ultimately, everything in this literature revolves around three core pillars. We have Bhagwan, Bhakti, and Bhakta, which translate to God, devotion, and devotee. The entire text basically works tirelessly to underscore this primary principle, making sure the reader stays completely grounded in this central relationship.
Just to give you a sense of the sheer scale we're talking about here, this text contains a massive 18,000 verses, or shlokas, and they're carefully organized into 12 thick volumes, known as skandhas, which encompass 332 individual chapters. So, sitting down to read it isn't just some casual weekend exercise. It's considered an act of monumental spiritual dedication. It is this huge piece of holistic literature that requires a real commitment to explore, literally serving as a lifelong companion for those who dive into its pages.
It totally shatters this preconception that spiritual texts are somehow one-dimensional or entirely detached from reality. The Bhagavatam actually dives deep into an unexpected breadth of highly logical topics. We're talking politics, family dynamics, astronomy, physics, chemistry, biology, romance, and even mathematics. And the purpose here is deeply intentional. It aims to satisfy the curiosity of the logical mind, while helping readers actively see the hand of God in absolutely every facet of the universe around them.
So how does this ancient manual apply to our modern world? Well, if the body is a machine that requires a manual, it also fundamentally requires fuel, right? And looking at the world today, we face this truly tragic irony, which is highlighted by global hunger indexes. India is the world's second largest food producer, yet simultaneously, it's home to the world's second biggest undernourished population. It's just a staggering, heartbreaking contrast between immense agricultural production on one hand and profound human need on the other.
And these aren't just dry numbers on a spreadsheet. They represent a very real crisis. A full 25% of all hungry people worldwide live in India. Even more distressing, 44% of Indian children under the age of 5 are underweight. The country consistently ranks near the bottom among hunger-struck nations globally. This is raw, physical suffering happening right alongside that profound spiritual philosophy we just explored. It's a reality that absolutely demands an immediate response.
And this profound physical need is exactly where the philosophy of devotion leaps right off the ancient pages and into the streets. Through the Hare Krishna Food for Life program led by ISKCON Punjabi Bagh, we're seeing the world's largest vegetarian nonprofit food relief program in action. They don't view this merely as a charity effort. It is the direct physical application of the teachings from the Srimad Bhagavatam. It takes abstract concepts like love, duty, and devotion and serves them directly to society's most vulnerable.
The scale of this operation is frankly monumental. ISKCON volunteers are providing up to 2 million free meals every single day. Let that sink in. 2 million every single day. They are out there serving visitors, pilgrims, residents of disadvantaged neighborhoods, and they even design and dispatch special relief packages to areas hit by natural disasters. It's a logistical feat that rivals major corporations, but it's all powered entirely by volunteer dedication.
Now, a massive humanitarian mission like this doesn't just happen spontaneously. It's driven by a direct, foundational mandate from the movement's founder, Acharya Srila Prabhupada. His instruction to his followers was completely unwavering. He said, no one should sleep hungry within a 10-mile radius of a Hare Krishna center. That single, powerful directive is exactly what turns these spiritual centers into vital, life-sustaining hubs of nourishment for their local communities today.
But the organizers are quick to emphasize that a genuinely complete meal isn't just some mathematical formula of chopped veggies and boiled grains. Yes, obviously, the human machine needs its carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, and proteins. But they stress that the exact same love a parent pours into a warm, home-cooked meal is the essential, secret ingredient that makes this food truly restorative. In this context, love is considered an actual nutrient, absolutely essential for holistic well-being. Which brings us to the deeply transformative concept of prasadam. Before anyone takes even a single bite, the food is first offered to the divine. Now, the physical ingredients, the rice, the lentils, the vegetables, they remain exactly the same. But the organizers argue that its quality is entirely transformed. It goes from being basic biological fuel to sanctified food that actually purifies consciousness. The belief is that it helps develop human qualities like kindness, truthfulness, and mental clarity in the people who consume it.
And this really highlights the true dual purpose of this massive effort. A standard meal strictly addresses the body's basic biological necessities. It just keeps the machine running. Prasadam, on the other hand, aims to go a step further. It nourishes the biological machine while simultaneously satisfying the eternal craving of the soul. According to this philosophy, no regular food offers the specific kind of holistic twofold benefit. It makes the distribution of prasadam a really unique spiritual intervention, not just a physical one.
Crucially, the funding and the energy for this program are managed entirely at a grassroots level. Every ISKCON temple operates with financial independence, which ensures that local contributions are pumped directly into solving the hunger crisis right in their own backyard. We're talking about sponsoring meals for the homeless, disadvantaged children, and slum dwellers right where the temple is located in New Delhi. It creates an immediate, highly visible impact in the surrounding neighborhoods.
As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a thought on how ancient wisdom can tangibly feed our modern world. How might you take this concept of prasadam, this idea of transforming a basic daily necessity into an act of deep, intentional love and devotion, and apply it to your own life? It's a really powerful reminder that sometimes the absolute most profound spiritual actions we can take are as fundamentally simple as sharing a meal. Thanks for joining me.